Hello, Bummy. This is German Prepper here. Just wanted to do a video response to your Second Amendment giveaway. I was involved in the other giveaway, but unfortunately I didn't win. But thought I'd give it a second try. Your first question is, what would you do if you won the AR? Well, simple question or answer to that question is, I'd shoot it. And if there were to be an SHTF, I would let my wife use it to defend the home. The other thing I'd do with it is, AR-15 is a good platform to train my son with, and I'd use it to get him after I let him train with the .22 long rifle and the .22 mag. Alright, the next question is, what is my most important prep? Well, let's go take a look at that. Here we go. This is my most important prep. Water. That's kind of hard to see. Hold on. Here we go. This is just one of my mini closets. And without water, that's pasta, macaroni, mashed taters, pasta dishes, mini pasta dishes, oatmeal, drink mixes, lots and lots of beans. Each one of those packets is 3 to 5 pounds of beans. This is 4 dozen eggs, dehydrated. All these dehydrated foods right here. This is 4 pounds of carrots. Bunches. That's all dehydrated food. All that freeze-dried food back in there. Dehydrated milk. All these buckets of flour and rice. None of those will be stomach or edible. All these seeds won't sprout. I got lots and lots of seeds up here. All these bags are full of seeds. These are all full of seeds. None of those will sprout without water. On top of that, out here, sorry about this. Over there, hold on. That over there is my monolithic filter and water filtering system and water pumps and carbonated CO2 tanks for force carbonation, so you could force the water through the filter much faster. And I'll be right back and show you my other main source of water. Out here, that's my 50-gallon rain catchment system. And oh man, seriously, I just stepped in a big pile of dog shit. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Now that I've hosed my foot off and washed it off, she over there is the one who created the landmine for me. But I watched part of the video while I was washing my foot off in the bathtub. I want to explain what I was saying about the CO2. What you do is you take a 5-gallon bucket, put a bicycle tire, I guess you call it a chuck, the rubber part, you drill a hole in it, put it in there, and then I used aquarium grade, not epoxy, silicone around it on both sides, What you do is you hook up the CO2 to it, and you put the lid on the bucket, 5 gallons of water, and it forces it through the ceramic filter fast. That filter takes 8 hours to do 5 gallons just using gravity. Using the CO2, I know it's better to use air, but I have a bunch of CO2 because I make homemade beer. So I use that instead. It's not going to hurt the water, and it's not going to hurt you. Now, let's get to the third part. Third part of your contest is, what have you done and what are you doing to support the Second Amendment? Well, I was a member of the NRA until about 2 years back, and I lost my job about 2.5 years ago, and my membership came up and I could no longer afford it. I've been laid off for 2.5 years, and there's just no manufacturing jobs anymore. So, that being said, something had to go. It wasn't going to be internet, it wasn't going to be my wife's car, and it wasn't going to be my home. So I got rid of all the unnecessary things. So, on top of that, that's one of the things I used to do. But what I do now, with all my free time, I am now a den leader of the Boy Scouts. And my other den leader is a member of the Navy. And wow, let me just say this. BB gun shooting is a camp program available only at camp and district day camps. However, leaders can help parents understand the importance of training. That is the official Boy Scouts stance on BB gun shooting. So we could have BB gun training with the parents and the kids, but they can't get a badge for it unless it's at camp or district. But we teach archery and shooting safety to the kids, because they're the next generation. Teaching them is our highest priority, and bringing them up correctly and safely in our sport. That being said, the other thing I'm doing is I am not voting for Obama. Because if they do the assault rifles ban or any kind of ban, what's going to stop them from, assault rifles, ARs and AKs? What's next? SKSs. Of course, this is going to be gone. That's going to be gone. Then what's after those? Mini 30s? Mini 14s? Yeah, so let's get rid of the Mini 14s. Made in America. Been here forever. And then after that, what's next? The PMR 30s. Anything that shoots a 223 and gets a big or a high capacity magazine. It's just a small piece of freedom they could take away. Just a small one. And then what about after that? High cap mags and pistols. There's nothing to stop them once they take away the first part of little freedom, and then they'll take another little piece, and another little piece, and another little piece, and another little piece. We got to protect our rights. I just got to say, Ebomey, love the channel. I was part of your last competition. I really, really wanted to win that one. This one I hope I win, but it's more about supporting the community. And if we can make one person realize what's at stake, if we can make a few people stand up for their rights, and maybe they can make a few people stand up for their rights, and then who knows what can happen. Alright, Ebomey, I appreciate what you do for the community. I think your contests are extremely generous. That's above and beyond what you should be doing or should have to do to get people to think about what needs to be done. Alright, German Pepper out. Everybody be safe. And may God continue to bless you and your family. And just as an added kick in the rectum, I got this today. Booyah! Yup. I guess that with this comes the price of freedom. Alright. Love you, everybody. Everybody be safe. May God continue to bless you and your family.